As the rain pours down, a lone figure steps out of the shadows. It's Batman, making his way towards Arkham Asylum. The weather feels heavy, mirroring the weight of what's to come. Two officers wait nervously at the gates, but he barely acknowledges them, focused only on the task ahead. Inside, he moves through the dim corridors, past cells filled with Gotham's most dangerous criminals, each one taunting him as he walks by. In a small, dimly lit room, Joker sits at a table, casually shuffling a deck of cards. Batman enters, and the air immediately thickens with tension. Joker starts talking in riddles, hinting at their inevitable showdown, a final confrontation they both know is coming. It's a game of words now, and the stakes are high. Batman tries to keep control, but Joker's taunts hit a nerve. Suddenly, Batman snaps. He grabs Joker, demanding answers. For a brief moment, the Joker's calm cracks. Fear flashes across his face, but he quickly hides it behind his usual grin. As Batman gets pulled back by the officers, the tension doesn't break. There's something bigger at play, something Joker's hiding, and Batman knows it. As Joker leads an unknown man through a desolate amusement park, he delivers a twisted sales pitch. His exaggerated enthusiasm for the rundown rides contrasts with the eerie emptiness surrounding them. With a chilling grin, Joker offers the man a sinister tour of his domain, hinting at darker plans beneath his theatrical gestures. Meanwhile, a flashback reveals a struggling comedian arguing with his wife. Desperate and paranoid, he feels trapped, weighed down by the pressures of providing for his family. His frustration bubbles over, but his wife remains calm, attempting to soothe him with her unwavering support. Back in the present, Joker continues to manipulate his captive, showcasing the eerie attractions with unsettling glee. The tension builds as Batman begins connecting the dots back at the Batcave, finding Joker's signature clues leading to something bigger. There's a sense of dread looming over everything as Joker's madness unfolds and Batman works against the clock to uncover his plans. Back at the Batcave, Bruce tries to piece together Joker's twisted plan, but frustration sets in. He confides in Alfred, admitting how impossible it seems to predict what Joker is planning next. Joker's chaotic mind leaves no room for pattern or logic. As Batman dwells on their complex relationship, it becomes clear just how deeply intertwined they are, each defined by the other's existence. Meanwhile, Barbara Gordon enjoys a quiet afternoon at home, but the peace is shattered by the doorbell. Standing there with a maniacal grin is Joker. Without hesitation, he shoots Barbara at point-blank range, leaving her bleeding and shattered on the floor as her father, Commissioner Gordon, watches in horror. Joker's sick game doesn't end there. He takes Gordon captive, mocking him with a twisted sense of humor. Joker's true plan emerges. He aims to prove that anyone, with enough pressure, can fall into madness. Gordon becomes the unwilling subject of his cruel experiment as Joker taunts him, hoping to push him past the edge of sanity. It's all part of his gruesome show, to prove a point, to demonstrate that madness is just one bad day away. Joker's twisted plan continues to unfold as we return to the grim aftermath of his attack on Barbara. Doctors confirm the devastating news to Batman. Barbara's spine is shattered. She'll never walk again. As Bruce processes this grim reality, he finds himself consumed by guilt and rage. He looks at the disturbing images Joker left behind, knowing full well this is another sick game designed to break him and Commissioner Gordon. Bruce visits Barbara at her hospital bedside. Her eyes slowly open, filled with fear and pain. She trembles as she relives the moment Joker shot her, and with tearful desperation, she warns Bruce of what Joker has planned for her father. Bruce reassures her, but the truth weighs heavily on them both. Joker has pushed things too far this time, and there's no telling what he'll do next. Meanwhile, Gordon is dragged into a nightmarish hellscape orchestrated by Joker. Humiliated, disoriented, and at the mercy of grotesque figures, Gordon is subjected to psychological torment, his mind teetering on the brink of insanity. As he is paraded through Joker's twisted circus, Gordon desperately pleads for an explanation. Joker simply mocks him, sitting smugly on a throne, watching as chaos unfolds. Joker continues his psychological assault on Gordon, dragging him through the haunted ruins of his own mind. He taunts him, reminding Gordon that memories, even the painful ones, are what anchor us. But for Joker, they're weapons to be manipulated and distorted. As Gordon is forced to relive his trauma, he is confronted with twisted, grotesque images designed to strip away his sanity. Joker's plan is to push him over the edge, to show that anyone, even a man as righteous as Gordon, can be broken by one bad day. In a flashback, we return to Joker's past life, a struggling comedian being pressured into a dangerous job by criminals. Desperation drives him as they lay out the plan for him to don the red hood and act as a fall guy for their crime. He's hesitant, terrified even. But with his wife pregnant and bills to pay, he feels he has no choice. Back in the present, Gordon is dragged through Joker's nightmarish carnival, subjected to horrors meant to push him to his breaking point. The grotesque imagery and Joker's manic philosophy threaten to engulf Gordon, as Joker mocks the idea of maintaining sanity in a world that makes no sense. But through it all, Gordon clings to the last shreds of his dignity, refusing to give Joker the satisfaction of seeing him break. Joker's nightmarish carnival continues as he forces Gordon to relive every excruciating memory. As the ride bumps along, Joker gleefully mocks Gordon, pushing him closer to the edge of sanity, all while continuing his lecture on the fragility of the human mind. Every twisted image, every painful memory, is another tool Joker uses to reinforce his philosophy, that one bad day can turn anyone mad. Meanwhile, Batman follows the trail, piecing together clues that lead him to Joker's location. Each step brings him closer, but Joker's psychological warfare is already taking its toll. He arrives, but not before Joker's twisted game reaches its peak. In a final confrontation, Batman faces Joker's deadly show, with Gordon barely holding onto his sanity, the weight of his suffering almost breaking him. Joker's backstory continues in flashbacks, where we see his tragic fall into the criminal underworld. His role as the Red Hood goes terribly wrong during a botched robbery, and fate delivers the final blow, an accident that forever changes his appearance and mind. It's the birth of the Joker, and the beginning of the deadly dance between him and Batman, one that has come full circle. As Batman intervenes to save Gordon, the flashback of Joker's past unfolds. The Red Hood, consumed by panic, jumps into the chemical vat to escape. Emerging disfigured and horrified, he laughs hysterically as he sees his new reflection. This moment marks the birth of the Joker, a tragedy turned into madness. In the present, Joker's twisted game continues as he taunts his caged victims, showcasing their torment for his twisted audience. He lectures them about the fragility of the human psyche, asserting that madness is an inevitable outcome of life's cruelty. But just as his show reaches its peak, Batman arrives at the carnival, determined to put an end to the Joker's reign of terror. As the two face off, Batman offers a chance at redemption, hoping to prevent further bloodshed. But Joker, as always, mocks the offer, convinced they are doomed to repeat their cycle of violence. The tension builds as Batman closes in, ready for what could be their final confrontation, both knowing their fate is intertwined, destined to destroy each other in the end. The battle between Batman and Joker intensifies. Batman, filled with determination, goes after Joker, who, as always, mocks the gravity of the situation. The chase leads through the House of Fun, where Joker taunts Batman with the idea that they're locked in an endless game, destined to destroy each other. As they clash, Joker reminds Batman of his philosophy. All it takes is one bad day to descend into madness, just like he did. Meanwhile, Batman checks on Gordon, who, despite the horrific ordeal, insists that Joker be brought in by the book. This moment is crucial. Gordon, broken but not defeated, refuses to let Joker win by descending into madness himself. As the final confrontation unfolds, Joker continues his psychological assault, trying to justify his insanity by comparing himself to Batman. He claims they are both products of one bad day, but Batman remains steadfast, refusing to let Joker's twisted ideology shake him. The battle culminates in a mirror room, where Batman crashes through the glass to finally subdue Joker. Joker, beaten but not broken, delivers one last joke, and for a brief, surreal moment, both Batman and Joker share a laugh. The eerie sound of their laughter echoes, hinting at the dark bond they will always share. Two sides of the same coin, forever locked in this never-ending battle. In the midst of the intense battle, Joker continues to taunt Batman, trying to provoke him into losing control. Joker pulls out a knife, but Batman disarms him with precision and strength. As Joker stumbles, laughing maniacally, he pulls a gun, but when he fires, it's empty. It was just another one of his cruel jokes. Batman, calm and collected, refrains from any violent retaliation, showing his resolve to do things by the book, as Gordon had insisted. The Joker, now lying on the ground, begins to reflect. Batman, despite everything, offers Joker a chance at redemption, suggesting that they don't have to keep fighting forever. that perhaps there's a way out of this cycle of violence. For a moment, Joker seems genuinely conflicted. He acknowledges the futility of their endless war, but ultimately dismisses Batman's offer. He laughs bitterly, saying it's too late for him. In a bizarre and melancholic ending, Joker tells a joke, one about two men escaping from a lunatic asylum. It's a dark allegory for his relationship with Batman. The two are like the men in the joke, stuck in their insanity. But unlike Batman, Joker can never make the leap to freedom. AA's Joker finishes telling his dark joke, the rain continues to pour. Both Batman and Joker stand in the downpour, a strange tension lingering between them. Batman, for the first time, allows himself a rare moment of amusement, chuckling softly at the absurdity of the joke. Joker, seeing this, breaks into uncontrollable laughter, and for a fleeting moment, the two enemies are united in their shared madness. Their laughter echoes through the night, growing louder, more manic, as if the world itself is in on the joke. The eerie sound fills the rain-soaked air. Batman reaches out, but the scene fades, leaving only the rain, rippling in the darkness, as if nothing had changed. The cycle remains unbroken, with the Joker's laughter slowly fading into the night, and the rain continues to fall.